Hey everyone, and welcome back to Stephanie Random Reacts. Yup, you heard it, Random Reacts. I don't always do these, because I always do my programs, but I'm going to maybe just try to start doing more Random Reacts. But today I'll be random reacting to 10 things America has that Britain doesn't have. So, yeah, let's see what we don't have in the UK. As most of you would say, most of you would say I'm British, but for me, I'm Scottish. But you would say, Stephanie, but Scotland is in Britain, so you're British. If you actually say to a Scottish person, you're British, you're asking for trouble. We do not like getting called British, we don't. We do like getting called Scottish. And with American and all that, they always say like the UK. Where's the UK? Oh, it's in England. Most Americans don't know the UK is split up into 4. That is Scotland, England, Northern Ireland and Wales. So Scotland's at the top, England's at the bottom, Wales is at the corner, and Northern Ireland's got a separate wee island it has, but it's still called the UK it is. So, yeah, for points, if you say you're going to the UK, don't say you're going to England or that. Just say, if you are going to England, say we're going to England. Don't say we're going to the UK, England. Or anything like that. Because if anybody from like Northern Ireland, Wales or Scotland watches it, we don't like people just calling the UK England. But the UK's those 4 countries too. That's like me just saying America is just New York. It's not. I'm going to probably get this wrong maybe, but I'm sorry if I get this wrong. I'm not American so I won't know this, but I'm going to take a guess from my memory. America has 54 states, I think, or 53 states. So that's like me saying America's only New York, even if it's got all those other states. It's not. Or I could probably just say, alright, America, it's just Ohio. It's not. And that's how Scottish people, Northern Irish people, and Wales people think when people say the UK is just England, when it's not. Because I see people watching reactions on YouTube to, like, American reacts to the UK something, and it's all about England. That's no Scotland, or Wales, or Ireland. Or Northern Ireland. Ireland is different from Northern Ireland. But anyway, you know what I mean. But anyway, enough of this. Let's jump into 10 things America has that Britain doesn't. And it's by, we think, Lost in the Pond, I think it is. So, let's jump into this and we'll see what it's about. Starting now.
Hello, I'm Lawrence,
Hey, Lawrence,
and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond. And one of those memos pertains to stuff, things, things that one country might have but the other does not have. And today I'm going to specifically look at 10 things that America has that Britain doesn't. And 10 is the number of the day. Not only is it the number attached to this very list, but it's also tied to the fact that I lived in the United States for the entirety of this decade that we are now reaching the very end of. And the fact that I haven't lived in Britain for a decade does mean I run the risk of including things on this list that have since been adopted by Britain and I was just away and missed it. Right. So I think I was careful enough to do the requisite research before doing this video. So for instance, 10 years ago, I think I might have included, Mexican food or proms or Black Friday or vaping shops. But I've come to find through both my own experiences of visiting earlier this year and also just from second-hand accounts that these things have actually exploded in Britain. Not exploded. I mean, in some cases they have a presence. And so those things are not included, but I will admit that some of the things on my list do have an isolated presence in the United Kingdom. They're just not used or seen or experienced on a grand scale like they are here in the United States. And so without further ado, let's take a look at 10 things that America has that Britain does not. Yes, wooden houses. So growing up, I watched a lot of American films, The Goonies, for example, that depicted these wooden houses, and they always seem really sort of romantic to me. I don't know why. We don't really have them in Britain, or at least we don't have them en masse, shall we say. Most houses that you'll find in Britain are made of brick, rock solid, right? But the structural integrity of these American houses, these wooden houses, I am led to believe, is still good. It's nothing to worry about. And you might be wondering, well, why does America have so many of these wooden houses? Well, firstly, they're cheap. Cheaper than brick houses by quite a way. And also, there's quite a lot of wood just in the United States. You almost can't see the wood for the trees. That's not how that phrase works. And so they've been a mainstay of American housing since the 19th century. Now, that's not to say that, of course, America doesn't itself have brick houses. In fact, I kind of live in one myself. New York and Chicago, it's known for its brownstone apartments, but also you'll see for hurricanes or tornadoes. But I think for the most part, people here do live in houses that have a wooden exterior. I did when I first moved here, in fact, and I have to say it was fine. It was perfectly warm, well insulated. The odd spider got in, sometimes very odd spider, but we'll get onto that later. But it was just like any other house, really. I think my concern would have been that it would have, collapsed on me, or that rain would get in, or things like that. But no, of course, it's very. These houses are sturdy, as far as I can tell, and they're good. Now, whether the house is made of brick, wood, or miscellaneous, it's likely to contain the following. Air conditioning. Where would we be without it?
We don't have air conditioning in our houses.
I was without it. I usually just slept by the window, which was cracked open, and let in that sort of mild British air.
If we want air
that did the job for the most part. In the vast majority of the United States, you cannot do that, especially when the summer hits. In this country, temperatures reach sometimes as high as 40 degrees C, or over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have air conditioning, you will die, or at the very least feel horrific. Now, again, in Britain, you will find exceptions to this rule, particularly in public places, but for the vast majority of people, air conditioning is not a thing in their homes. And thankfully, neither is the following. You don't have air conditioning in any room at all. Deadly spiders? According to the internet, and we all believe that, right? There's never been a recorded case in Britain of somebody dying from a spider bite. That is not true, of course, in the United States. There are deadly spiders here, and when I first moved here, that was something that I was quite wary of. I'm not really scared of spiders, but when something like that is alien to you, and you move to one of the places where they are housed, it starts to play on your mind. And I get the impression this is true for quite a lot of British people. So I want to dispel some myths by uttering the following sentence. I, Lawrence Brown, have never seen a deadly spider outside of Indianapolis Zoo. It's supposed to be there as part of
the zoo. It's got
and that's because they're quite rare. Okay, so the two spiders we've really got to be wary of, but not that wary of, are black widows and brown recluses. I lived in Indianapolis. Brown recluses there are in fact indigenous to Indianapolis and some other surrounding states and the South. But here's a few things that you need to know about brown recluses. Firstly, they're recluses. You'll rarely ever see them. Again, I haven't. Secondly, they're not particularly vicious. They're not actually aggressive spiders. They're really only going to attack you if you prod them, and if you do that, then you deserve to be bitten. And as for black widows, you're probably never going to see one, but if you do, make sure it's not female. The female of the species is more deadly than the male, because they're the only ones that can kill you. If I've not seen a deadly spider in 10 years, then you'll be fine, right? That's not how you're going to die. You're going to die of heart disease. I mean, that's statistically likely. So, Merry Christmas! But speaking of things that are deadly, here's something else Britain doesn't have.
Tornadoes.
Now again, I do want to reiterate that tornadoes absolutely exist in Britain, but there have been no recorded cases of fatalities.
Well, London,
I do remember there was a close shave in Birmingham in the 2000s. They're usually really weak. I remember one turning up at the beach where I lived near, and the extent of the damage was a fallen deck chair. We don't have anything to worry about in Britain when it comes to tornadoes, but in America, of course, that ain't true. Now again, when it comes to America, heart disease is the thing that you most need to be worried about. You're not very likely to die of a tornado, but that doesn't mean that people don't. Nature can be very, very punishing, and if you live in the Great Plains, or you live in the Midwest, or you live in the South, or other pockets outskirts of the United States, you may well encounter a tornado. But as with deadly spiders, I have to report to you today that in my 11 years of living in the United States, I've yet to encounter a tornado.
That's good then.
That doesn't mean that I'm not going to one day, but remember that the United States is very large. So when these tornadoes turn up, they don't affect the whole state that they're showing up in. It's just a very small area of that state at any given time. Now, I did once encounter a tornado warning in which the wife and I and the two cats that we had at the time had to huddle together in the tiniest bathroom you've ever seen.
Right.
So it turned out to be a false alarm, and all we got there was bad crowd. So all I'm saying is, don't worry. You know, come to the United States, move to the United States. Do not be worried about tornadoes. Unless you see one, then run.
Desserts.
What? Britain doesn't have desserts? Outrage! You were reading too fast. It said deserts. Yes, that's right. With the exception of the Dungeness Headland in Kent, Britain does not boast any deserts, and even that one is debatable. But the United States, specifically the western portion of the United States, is quite known for its deserts, with Mojave and the like doing their thing. And that again just speaks to the vast terrain of the United States that I didn't even touch on in the video that I did previously about that very thing. So yes, you have large mountains here, you have the flatlands of the Great Plains, you have swamps, something else I didn't touch on, but deserts are a key feature of the West. You don't really want to find yourself, tornadoes or otherwise, stranded.
I'm trying to think of something, but I don't know if I see it.
So basically, in America, don't mess with Mother Nature. That's the key. I say that though as somebody that's not visited any of the deserts yet here in the United States. I'd love to, and you can safely. You just have to know the rules first. Let me know in the comments below if you live in any of the United States deserts or near them, and shed some light on what that's like, because for people like me from Britain, it's an alien concept. One thing you won't find in a desert is our next entry. Actually, you might. They're everywhere.
Walmart? No, we don't have that.
Walmart. This is definitely not a sponsored video. One clarification here is you will find Walmart-owned stores in the United Kingdom, such as Asda. What you won't find is a supermarket with its own zip code, because they are that big here in the United States. They're huge, in fact. Now, yes, of course, Britain may have some exceptions to this rule. They might have some supersized supermarkets here and there, but America has them everywhere, specifically when we are talking about Walmart. These things are huge, and they stock absolutely everything you can think of, including car tires. You don't even have to go to the automobile shop or whatever that's called. And for me, it's overwhelming. I mean, I don't like walking into stores at the best of times, just because it makes me dizzy. But Walmart especially so. So I steer clear of that place as best I can and just go to Aldi. Not knocking anybody that does shop at Walmart, by the way. You've obviously just got more stamina than I do. Sometimes next to Walmart and any of the retail outlets that you'll find in the United States, you might encounter one of these. Actually, one of these might be an understatement. One of the prevailing memories that I have of my first day in the United States, at least living here, was the blanket of neon signs everywhere. Indianapolis looked like Vegas by comparison. It was fun, you know. It was certainly different to anything I'd ever known. I would almost say there was a novelty value to it. Neon signs in Britain usually indicate something quite seedy, or somewhere you shouldn't take your mum. And so given that, it was actually quite jarring. Still is to this day to see the word bail bonds written in neon lights. Initially, I thought it was an S&M reference, so just be careful where you enter. For the most part, you'll be fine. But I assure you, you don't have to have any concerns about entering our next place. Alright, so after 11 years of living in the United States, the only reason I can see that you wouldn't like Arby's is if you have some weird commitment to McDonald's. Or if you're a vegetarian/vegan, then I can see it. But Arby's is, without question, my favourite fast food restaurant. I don't eat it every day, because see previous comment about heart disease, but I do eat it every other day. That's a lie. We don't have enough of them here in Chicago. Whenever I go back to Indiana to visit, I make sure I get Arby's. Their curly fries are amazing. Again, not a sponsored video, don't get that idea, including you, Arby's. But if you're on the road and you really do have to succumb to fast food, I think this is your best bet. Get the roast beef sandwich. No, get the double roast beef sandwich. You will not regret it. Your stomach lining might, but you won't. The taste is exquisite. I should point out, by the way, that if there are any pedants from Britain who have a fantastic memory, Arby's did have a very tiny presence in Britain in the early 2000s, but the last Arby's closed there in 2001, and it hasn't been back since. One thing's for sure, though, Arby's and many, many outlets like it have the following.
refills. We do
Anybody
have free
that's followed
refills.
my channel now for a while will know that I have feelings on free refills. In fact, I did an entire video about it.
See?
And while they are all the rage here, and of course you'll find them in most fast food outlets and other places, there is one clarification I have to make here. You will find free refills as an option in places like Subway in the United Kingdom.
Nando's
so in some capacity,
do it.
America has exported it, but it is by no means as universal in the United Kingdom as it is in the United States. And as I've said before, I think the temptation of knowing that I could get a free cup of pop on top of the one that I've already had is what made me give up pop in the first place. So I do have that to thank America for. Of course, if you are American and you have the willpower to stay away from the free refills, more power to you. Same goes for our final entry.
That was wrong.
Oh, pancakes. Pancakes are special in Britain. We absolutely
Pancake Wednesday.
Have them. That's not what I'm saying here. What I am saying is we usually devote one day a year to eating them. And most of us won't eat them at any other time. So when I was a kid growing up, I had a lot of fun on Pancake Day, or Shrove Tuesday, attempting to make pancakes with my mum. She did most of the work, especially after I nearly burned down the house. But in America, you can eat them any day of the year. Just head down to IHOP, that's
another thing I say to my pal, I try.
And get your pancake
in America,
right there. But you don't even have to do that. I mean, you will find pancakes on the menu at a lot of these sort of, cafes and all manner of other places. They are very, very prevalent. So when you talk about Pancake Day in America, actually, IHOP has its own sort of Pancake Day on or around Shrove Tuesday. But most people don't take it seriously. It's because every day is Pancake Day. That's it for this episode. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below how you like
Lawrence,
your pancakes.
thank you very much for that. That was interesting.
Sandwich. Don't do that. And if you've not had the chance, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that my videos don't get lost in the pond. And a big, big shout out to all my patrons who make this channel possible. Wow. Without you, none of it would be, from the writing to the research to the tornado shelters. If you would like to become a patron of this channel, you can do so at patreon.com/lostinthepond. All patrons will have access to my secret live stream, and anybody that pledges $5 or more a month will get that, plus my secret podcast and more. Until next time, keep enjoying Vlogmas, and I'll see you
Bye,
soon.
Lawrence.
Thank you for watching this episode of Lost in the Pond. Don't forget to hit my stupid little face to subscribe, and please share this video with the world. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and if you would like to support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/lostinthepond.
Wow, everyone. That was interesting, that was. Oh, I know you have Walmart, like I says that, I know that, and I know we don't have Walmarts, but I didn't know Walmart does own like postcode/zip code. How big is Walmart? Oh, I know you can't, right, but for kids, I wonder if you can play hide and seek in Walmart or something. Is that big? Or, I don't know if it's long big, or stretch big, or both, up and stretch. Oh, and like Lauren says, we don't do pancakes unless it's one day a year, and then she says Shrove Tuesday or Pancake Day kind of thing. So we just call that, in Scotland sometimes we call that them, but he says, or mostly Pancake Tuesday. We combined Shrove Tuesday and Pancake Day together to make Pancake Tuesday. We can have pancakes anytime we want, as Lauren says, but mostly we do have it just on one day a year. But the shop Asda, he says, it's owned by Walmart. They do like pancakes in a tub kind of thing. It's like 2 pancakes in a tub or 1 pancake in a tub. It's got a wee sachet of syrup. It has. But, I've never bought them, because the first time I ever want to try a real pancake will be when I go to America. So if I have it now, then I don't like it. Then I go to America, and I don't want it, sorry. I want my first experience to be in America. A real American pancake. And a few things he says, like Arby's, I think he says. I didn't know what that was. I've heard something like on TV. Where was it? I think it was Halloween Town, the movie. It says Arbor's Day. I think that's today. I forget what Arbor's Day is. We don't celebrate that here. I'm going to check 1 second what Arbors Day is. What is Arbors Day?
This is the definition of birthday.
Didn't say birthday. What is Arbors Day? Sum up Argos. I want you to type it in. Yeah, Arbor Day, I think it is. Arbor Day holiday. Trees, I think. It shows you a picture of trees. If my camera can get it. It shows you a wee bit of a tree there and stuff. I know you can't see it well because of the lighting, because of the light of this. But, World Environment. Right there, about Arbors Day is a spectacular, no spectacular, secular day of, plants and trees. Well, aye, the trees. That's what I thought you were talking about there. I thought he was. But, Arby's, he says, that's like a restaurant. Arby's restaurant. Arby's sandwich shop are known for slow roasted roast beef, turkey and premium Angus beef sandwiches, sliced fresh every day. I'll click into the link. I know it's only America, but yeah, two can dine for $9.99. Says in pounds, maybe in the UK. That's because it says only in America it is. Wow. Oh, that roll, or you might call it a sandwich, it's huge. A roll, bit of cheese, tons of meat. Then underneath it another roll for the end of it. Wow, but I didn't try to stuff that in my mouth. Wow. There are a few things in this, but actually, blew my mind. Like it says about Walmart, that basically blew my mind. Oh, let me go through this now again, and we'll try to go from 1 to 1. Fries. I talk about deserts too, but aye, that's it there. Wait, is it right? Aye, there, some pause now. So, wooden houses. Why? If somebody had to set a fire in the house, like, if somebody was smoking a cigarette, I'm not going to say the word we use, if they're in the Americans watching, cause controversial as, but if somebody's smoking a cigarette in America and they fall asleep with a cigarette in their hand, it will fall. The house will just go up in flames. It would. Because the house is made of wood. And there's no house at all in America with bricks or stone. Or is Lawrence just saying what he knows? Because I think there should be maybe like some states maybe with stone houses. Maybe the walls are like stone, but the interior maybe made of wood, maybe. I don't know. But our interior is just stone and brick. It is. Oof. And that would probably explain, but I hear people like talking about the rainforest and all that, like save the rainforest. Back in the days. Probably for people chopping down for build houses with. And I'm going to take a wild guess. If houses are made of wood, is shops like Walmart or whatever, the Arby's or whatever, made of wood also? I doubt restaurants are made of wood. So that'd be a stupid thing. You're cooking stuff, next minute, boom, the whole thing goes up in flames. Oh. This is going to be a long review, so I'm going to go through one at a time, then talk about it. Something I've never done before. Right, where's it? I done it wooden houses. I mean, they're cheaper too though, but still. Right. Air condition. It says aircon there. So air conditioning, we don't have that. As if you've ever been to the UK, or if you're from the UK, you know it's always cold here. It's always raining. It is. But we do get the sun sometimes. But when we do, we cherish the sun. Sometimes you get it for a few days, then we get like weeks of rain after it. But we don't have air conditioners. We've got like a smoke alarm in the house, in the living room, kitchens, halls, whatever kind of rooms. Then we've got what is it? This other conditioner thing for carbon dioxide top detectors. We've got them in the kitchens, all that. But we do not have air conditioner in our house. So I have seen, like, again, from TV from America, some people have like the big fan things on their lights. They just pull a chain and the fan spins. I don't know what I'm doing that for, cause there's not paper. But I know a few, but that's probably old past. And some people just have like electronic machines now. They just flip a switch or something, and their air conditioner will go on or that. But like I say, no house at all in the UK has it. That would be foreign to us, and it actually is. If I had to go to someone's house, like after or tomorrow or whatever, see an air conditioner, I'll do, what? How have you got one and then yours have got one? Or why do you need that for? That's, to me, you don't need that kind of thing. Like, wow. I know Lauren says it's hot in America and stuff, and that's why you always need it. And again, I'm going back to American TV. You always like to see people do the heat and run into the store to buy bags of ice and stuff. And sometimes, if there only is one bag of ice, you see two people fighting over it or something, like two women fighting over the bag of ice. But I know it's a comedy or something. By the time they get to the cashier, the bag of ice is all melted. I know that's a kind of funny comedy thing, but still, you always have bags of ice, cause of that, if your air conditioner's not working. The only closest thing I think we do have to air conditioner is the electric fans. Cause I know a few people who's got electric fans, like they have it right next to them, you just flip one little switch down and it blows at you, but you need to switch it off again next to you when you're too cold. But we do not have air conditioners. Electric fans and air conditioners might be the same thing, but they're two different things, if you know what I mean. Right, let's go on to the next thing, see what is, if they're air conditioning. And then what is the next one? Oh wait, yeah. Yeah, deadly spiders. The only thing we come to a close, it's not to a deadly spider, but to a spider, it's wee things that size, or even smaller. Or you do actually see some big giant things with big stretched out legs, but they don't bite you. They don't. Cause I'm not scared of spiders, but I don't like them. If I see one in my house, I would get an old jar or something, or like a candle or something. No, what you're thinking? No, I do not kill them. I do not kill them. But get like a wee candle jar or something, shove it in the jar, get a bit of paper under the jar, trap it there, open my window and throw it out. All that. I'll let them go. Cause I know a few people would be like, no, spider, get away, get away. I wouldn't do that. And I really would not kill a spider. Cause like, with deadly insects, I know if, I think America has it. I doubt it though, but I don't know. Deadliest bees or wasps America has, I think. Deadly ones. But in the UK, the stupidest thing I've ever done as a child, I saw a dead wasp. I think I was 10-year-old or whatever, or younger. I saw a dead wasp in a supermarket. On the wee shelf where you pack your bags and stuff after you come out from the cashier. I picked it up and just looking at it, put it in my hand. It was dead, and it stung me still. That's the first time I ever learned a dead wasp can still sting you. It still has its stinger. So the wasp goes to its last laugh, even if it was dead. Cause I know, like, if you're allergic to wasps, that could kill you. Allergies. But with deadly spiders, no. And Lauren says the female black widow, for me, it didn't come to my head. I just thought all black widows were females. Don't know why. Because if a couple and a wife dies of that couple, the guy is a widow. But I didn't make that connection with spiders or never. So, oh, my bad for that. But deadly spiders, what else did you get to say? Yeah. I like the Black Widow and forget the other one he says. 1 second everyone. Brown reclusus. I don't even know what that is. Brown reclusus. Again, back to the phone. Brown reclusus.
According to Wikipedia, the brown recluse, Sicariidae, is a recluse spider with necrotic venom.
Wow. Similar to those of other recluse spiders, their bites sometimes require medical attention. The brown recluse is one of 3 spiders in North America. There's got more on it, but oof. Okay, wait, let me see that picture again. That's kind of like, we don't get that spider, we don't. But it's kind of like the big giant legs it's got. Sometimes you get spiders with big legs. I'll keep my phone here because I need it again for stuff to look up like that, like brown recluse. But let's see what the next topic is from. Daily tornadoes. Well, he did say London Bridge had a tornado. In Scotland, we've never ever had tornadoes ever. So, I'm going to ask to Google, see if there ever been tornadoes in Scotland, but I doubt it. Has there ever been a tornado in Scotland?
According to the National, in 2023, a small tornado was recorded in Rannoch Moor, with this also causing no injury or damage.
A small tornado? We don't get tornadoes, but that's Google for you. Alright, Storm Kieran. Alright, that's one I was out recently. If that's in England, that's not Scotland. But Rannoch Moor, I think that's Scotland. Right, Storm Ciarán, is there a tornado warning for Scotland? 1 second. I didn't know this. This is like for 2 days ago. But I have heard of Storm Ciarán. But like I says, England only. Storm Ciarán was in. Right. There's there. A number of weather warnings are in place across Scotland. Listen, this week as Storm Ciarán makes landfall in south of England, potentially bringing tornadoes. So in England, not in Scotland. The Met Office has warned of heavy rain and strong winds, with many schools being forced to close south of the borders. Again, England. With tornado warning having been issued for much of the UK by the Tornado and Storm Research Organisation, many will be wondering if this applies to Scotland. It won't, because Scotland never gets tornadoes. Wow, that's news for me there, and that's posted 2 days ago. Storm Ciarán's out at the minute. Because I have seen, like, on YouTube, if you type in Storm Ciarán, we'll actually see like big floods from the river or the sea splashing up and hitting cars and stuff. Because I saw it a couple of days ago. Right, let's jump on to the next thing he's got. At 10:91, that man, London. Come on. This next one's funny. There. Deserts. Or, as Lauren says, deserts. Oh, I actually did thought it says deserts. It's D-E-S-E-R-T-S. Deserts. Deserts. But it's deserts, two different pronunciations. Oh, that was funny when I says desserts. But UK does have desserts. Then I'll have pauses. See, Lawrence. As long as Britain doesn't have desserts. Outrage. If you read properly, it says deserts. That was funny. That gave me a good chuckle. It did, everyone. Oh, no, we don't have any deserts. I have to think what I'm saying now. I'll probably come out deserts by mistake. That was funny. As I was saying during this thing, I think he won desert. Think about that. Oh. Right, the thing I'm thinking about, and I don't know if it's in America, I doubt it, the O'Hara. I think it's O'Hara. I don't think that's America, the O'Hara Desert or something. I think it's Saudi Arabia maybe or something. I don't know. I'm not good at geography. I wasn't. But that's only the desert that came to my mind. The Sahara Desert or something, the O'Hara Desert. But I'm not going to Google it, I'm not, because I'll keep using my phone too much. It would be actually probably good for a desert in Scotland, or the UK actually, sorry. Like, where are you going on holiday? Well, we're going to the desert for get some sand and all that, get some heat into us. But as we know, the UK is full of rain and stuff, so yeah, that's why we don't have deserts. It's probably too cold to have them. Because as we see again on TV, during the day it's roasting hot in the desert, but at night it's freezing cold. It is. Because only the sun that keeps that hot, the sand hot. But anyway, that's one of a wee short thing this was. There's no much to talk about deserts. Or as I like to say, deserts. Anyway, let's jump on to this next topic. Aye, Walmart. I went through Walmart, I did already. But saying like, why is it big zip codes and stuff? And all that. But the Walmart we've got, it's not actually called Walmart, it's called Asda. But it's owned by Walmart. And I didn't know this until a few years ago. Asda had a big sign outside it kind of thing. I'd usually just walk past it a day. But for some reason I just read it. They say something Walmart on it. Cousins of Walmart or that. We've got a Walmart? Since when has Asda been a Walmart? Then I googled it. It's a cousin of Walmart it is. See, I didn't know that until a few years ago. But why would Cascades does it need a zip code? I don't know. But like I say, when I go to America next year, I do want to go to one. We'll see how long it takes me and to check all the aisles. No running up them, just walk casually and looking back and forwards at all items. Will take me half an hour, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. If it's that big what you're talking about. I don't know. But I would want to go to one just to check it out and see everything that they've got in it. And I don't know, but does it have a restaurant or something in it? Because the Asda we've got, what is a cousin to Walmart, it's got like a tiny wee cafe, or I don't know if you use the word cafe or not, but it's got a tiny wee restaurant thing it has upstairs. So I wonder if you have it on yours. I don't know. So let's jump into the next thing. I think the next one might be pancakes, I think, but I don't know. Or it could be the Arby's thing. Ah, neon signs. Another thing what I've seen from TV, I think it's mostly New York or something, or Texas or something. You see, like big, from the TV, you see a big giant neon sign by a guy, like a Texan guy, like moving his boot up and down or something. And, or, like a Texan guy with a guitar or that. And the neon lights. We don't have stuff like that. We don't. Out in Scotland, they only say neons. That's neon signs, no neon lights. Neon signs. We have neon lights, but not signs. We don't. That's alien for us. Because if it's something that big in Scotland or England or whatever, you're just calling to be robbed. Yeah. Because you're probably just saying like a big bright light, come rob us, or come break in and steal all your money. That's why having it in UK. So that's why we don't have neon signs, because it's a big light for people to steal with. But that's different. And again, I'm going to just keep going with this fast, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. There's an Arby's thing. He says, 1 second, get rid of these messages, there we go, phone cleared. Right, Arby's, I checked that, I did already. I says, the big giant burgers have, you've got, let's just call them sandwiches, but we call it burgers we would. Or less it is a sandwich, and it looked like a burger for the picture. So it's got a roll at the top. Then the cheese, then loads of meat. I don't know if you've got cheese under that again or no, but I've seen the picture. But you've got another roll underneath. But that's the same thing. I've done. Wow. I've wanted to check this out, I did. So I'm not going to do this again. I'll skip this one, I will. I think the next one's pancakes maybe or something. I've spoken about it also, I think. Free refills. He says we don't have them in UK except for maybe Subway. We do. In the restaurant I could not remember. It's called Cosmo in Edinburgh. I was there last week and they had free refills. I went to Nando's a couple of weeks ago. they had free refills. So we do have free refills in the UK. I don't know about England or Wales or Northern Ireland, but in Scotland, I can only speak for Scotland now, we do have free refills. We do. Iron Brew, Cola, Sprite, Diet Cola, Cola Zero, orange juice, and whatever else, Tango. We do have free refills, so I don't know how old this video is. Well, 3 years ago, I'm looking at it now on TV, my YouTube channel thing there. It's 3-year-old. I'm guessing they probably did have free refills in the 3 years, but I don't know. Let's see the next one is. Aye. Final entry. It's pancakes, he says, that's a video off now. So, as we have one day a year, he says Shrove Tuesday or Pancake Day. Or Cass says Pancake Tuesday. You're probably asking, what is Pancake Tuesday? And why is he only celebrating one day a year? For me, I can't tell you. I don't know and I don't know, if you know what I mean. I got taught it at primary school, high school, and I came home from school, Mum made me like omelette, but we called pancake eggs. It's like an egg, but it's, instead of folded up like an omelette thing, it's all flat out like a pancake. So pancake eggs, we called them. Pancake Tuesday. Like Shrove Tuesday.
Shrove Tuesday or Pancake Day is the day before Ash Wednesday, observed in many Christian countries through participating in confession and absolution, the ritual burning of the previous year's Holy Week palms, finalizing one's Lenten sacrifice, as well as eating pancakes and other sweets.
I hope you heard that, 'cause I forgot to put it to my computer to let you see it, but I forgot the mic's here too. Right, so if you've never heard, I was going to say Siri, it's no Siri, it's Google Assistant. Shrove Tuesday or Pancake Day is the day before Ash Wednesday, observed in many Christian countries. Through participation in confession and absolution, the ritual burning of the previous year's Holy Week palms, finalising one Lenten sacrifice, as well as eating pancakes and the other sweets. That is what Shrove Tuesday or Pancake Tuesday or Pancake Day is, everyone. Because like you will be saying, oh, but we eat pancakes every day over here in America. I know yous do, and I want to try it. But you can probably say, aye, but you said previously you can buy pancakes out of Asda and you eat packets and stuff, or you can probably make your own pancakes in the house. Yes, we could do that, but it's not the same, is it? Trying an American pancake with stacks with butter on top and the syrup floating through it. That's totally different. Like I said, I want to try my first actual pancake like that in America. I do. So everyone, well, thank you for watching this random react video, and I'll put Lost in the Pond link in my description for you if you want to go follow him, give him a like. And he is a great guy. I've watched 1 or 2 videos he has, just not much, but I'll probably do more of his videos. I might. So if this gets like so many likes, I'm not going to say any, because I don't know how many I'll get, but if I get so many likes, I'll probably do a few videos of Lost in the Pond. Then if I get likes and more likes, I'll probably look at other reactions from Americans or people from the UK reacting to American stuff like that for years, and I'll do a reaction to them. So yeah, everyone, so thank you for watching us, and have a good day, good night, good week, good weekend. Stay safe out there, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.